Hey guys, I know you're wondering why I'm holding this reed in my hand. I'll explain that in a moment. But before I do, allow me to submit to you that in the book of Matthew chapter 21, verse 12, the Word of God tells us that Jesus went into the temple and he drove out the money changers. The Word of God also tells us that he overturned the tables, and it's very safe for us to assume that Jesus also whipped those boys. And he said, "My house is meant to be a house of prayer, but you jokers have turned it into a den of thieves." I'd like for a moment to focus on those two words, my house. You see, a few moments ago, I was watching a videotape of the mayor, Mr. Miles Sampa. And in that videotape, he was expelling a young man from his house, and he was whipping him. And in a sense, he was saying, "You better get up out of my house." Now, here's the thing, folks. Let me give you a little backstory. And I know many of you are going to start saying, "Well, that's the mayor. He can speak for himself. Are you the mayor's mouthpiece?" No. The great thing about knowing people is when you see something that's disturbing or you hear something that's disturbing about someone you know, guess what you do? You pick up the phone and you say, "Hey, your worship, what's this I'm seeing on social media? What is this bleating of sheep that I hear in my ear? What's going on, your worship?" And of course, you know, if he's your friend, he tells you. Well, he told me. The guys over there at Memorial Park, you know, the graveyard? Apparently, the story is, they are also holding their employees. They've been holding their employees according to a complaint for 3 months. And so the mayor did a write-up on that issue, that Memorial Park is holding its employees overnight. They don't go home. They were locked in the same way that some of our Chinese visitors, our Chinese nationals, are doing to some Zambians. And so this complaint reached the mayor's house. And so the owners of Memorial Park sent their representatives to the mayor's house to complain, to say, "Why have you said this about Memorial Park?" But in the process of complaining, the representative of Memorial Park became rude. He became abrasive. He became brash in the mayor's house. Now, here's the thing, folks. When someone comes into your house, now, if the guy had gone to Civic Center is a public office. That's a public place. It's not a personal place, but when you go to someone's house, be respectful. In English, reduce yourself. Cook yourself down. No, is that cook? No, reduce yourself. Reduce yourself. So this guy, he goes to the mayor's house and he's all upset, you know, and he tries to make the mayor feel like a stranger in his own house. And then all of a sudden, guess what happens? The mayor has an epiphany. The mayor says, "Hey, listen, man, you're in my house. Get up out of my house." And so what does the mayor do? "Better get up out of my house before I take you down to Chinatown. Get up out of my house." So here's the thing, folks. What's the message? The message is, when you go to someone's house, be respectful, especially when you go to the house of an elected official. See, there's a reason we call these public officials Honorable so-and-so. Why do you think the name honorable is in front of a man's name? For example, Honorable Doris Celia, or Honorable, what's the other one? Honorable Bowman Lusaka. Why do you think we have those names in front of them? It's not because it's not because they're honorable in a sense, but it's because they are elected officials. They are elected officials. Same with the mayor, his worship, the mayor. We refer to him as his worship. Why? Because he is an elected official. So here's the thing, guys. When you go see these elected officials, especially when you go to their homes, be respectful. Man, I'll tell you what, if someone came to my house and they acted crazy in my house, son, I'll take you down to Chinatown. I will throw you out of my house faster than you can say molasses. Be respectful.